Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Barry, that Goat Metal Show. Okay, turns out I was doing that first video. I'm gonna have to do it as a part one, and then doing this as a part two. Fortunately, there was some technical difficulties, and I didn't want to lose what I already did on that first video. So this one is just gonna be a part two for what I was already planning. Which, if anybody already heard me talking about, I was basically going through some of the stuff that my man Tone Joker hit me off with, and I was going over some 10-inch black metal vinyls that I got, and letting you know what all about them. So right now, this second video is going to be basically off of what my son picked up for me. What he found some old vinyls in the building he was working at. So he called me. He's like, "Yo, pops, I got some vinyls over here, and I think you'd be interested in." I told him, "Bring them. Let's see what we got." Okay, and so as far as that goes, I was like, wow, So I mean, I knew that if anything, I wasn't gonna find the holy grails of like, Black Sabbath, maybe some Zeppelin. I was like, oh man, maybe I'll find some Zeppelin, some Black Sabbath. That'd be great. Even Judas Priest or Queen. But I found some good fucking old school rock. And I'm very, very, very fucking happy with it, man. I was like, wow. So the first one here I'm gonna talk about is Cream. All right, Wheels of Fire. All right, this album came out in 1968, and if everybody who doesn't know who Cream is, Cream was Eric Clapton. If everybody's familiar with Eric Clapton, he was the original guitarist, and he was one of the members over here in Cream. So this album came out in '68. Now, just to let you guys know, when I first got them, they were like beat up, like as far as the covers go. I mean, I knew this was a genuine old album because I found, I guess this belonged to a kid in the '60s. I found one of these. Remember in school they used to give out these things for you could order books like Scholastics, right? This thing is dated 1969. I was like, wow. Look at the inside of this. I found like Frankenstein and some other books in here from the '60s. I thought this was bugged out. I thought it was like you find certain things in there, you never know what you find. But I thought I'd keep it in there just as like a little memory of wow, somebody from the '60s had this album and enjoyed it. So I went and I took the albums. They some of them were kind of like had like this added on dust, and you could tell it had that smell that they've been sitting for over 50 years. But I cleaned them up, and look, this is what it looks like. This is the front. This is a gatefold, so I'll open up the inside so you guys can check it out. All right, this is the inside of it. Right, really cool shit. It's the back. You can see it. There is a double vinyl. So I cleaned them up and I threw it in, and I have these plastic sleeves, so I could show you guys what it looks like. I think I did a pretty decent job cleaning them up. Let me see. Let me try to pull one out here to give you guys a little thing. I think I did a pretty good job cleaning them. But yeah, I'm very, very happy, man. Like I said, unfortunately, the covers themselves are a little, like I said, sitting too long. They're very, but they survive somewhat. And I'm happy with them, I mean, I was listening to a little bit of it, and it sounds good. Sounds really good. I was happy with, me. I took the time to clean them. So, Cream, man, very, very fucking happy, man. I was like, wow, man. I mean, it gives you that respect of albums like this, and then add it to your collection. I'm a metalhead, first and foremost. But of course, you're always gonna have the old school stuff, the old rock. Whether it be like Cream, Zeppelin, the Rolling Stones, even the Beatles. Because there's a lot of those bands that influenced a lot of the resurgence of metal. From Black Sabbath to Judas Priest and so on. So you gotta give bands like this a lot of credit, man. And I'm very happy with this, man. This is 1968. All right. Then we go into the realms of Pink Floyd. All right, this is called Animals. All right, I think it's like an EP. Of course, everybody knows about Pink Floyd. That's a band that was out since the '60s. I think they came out like in '65, '66, something like that. But this album came out. Where are you? All right, this album came out in '77. All right. Yeah, and I believe this is this is another gatefold. Gatefolds were the big thing back in the '70s, man. And this one actually survived pretty decently. It was a pretty it upheld its time. So that's the inside of it right here. Okay, it's one album, all right. And actually, look, even the sleeve was still good, still good sleeve. I put it in a plastic. Let me see if I can get it out here without. There we go. There you go. So I put it in a plastic here, and I did a pretty decent job cleaning out the vinyl. And yeah, man, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Some classic stuff right here, man, with some Pink Floyd. I mean, look, again, like I said, there's a lot of these bands that, again, not true. It's not metal, it's rock. But again, there's a lot of that stuff there where it just threw in a lot of the influences to metalheads, man. I mean, everything got taken from a lot of these rock bands, and you could hear it. You could hear some of this. When you start listening to some of the older classic stuff, you could hear some of the things in there and go, oh, snap, this is what they used. This is how they, started doing things, man. And it was amazing. Now, this one was quite a gem to find, I was like, the Eagles, right? Hotel California. I mean, who doesn't know about this fucking song, man? This song is forever, man. This is like, when you hear the song, it throws you into the summer, and it's a great song. It's a great album, man. And this was, again, I was lucky. This was an album that survived the test of time this album came out in 76, I believe. Yep, December 8th, 76. All right, look, there's a gatefold. Survived nicely, man. The album, yeah, very nice. It's got a nice sleeve on it, right? And I put it in the plastic, so it survived. I was able to clean it up nicely. So far so good, man. And Scar's in the way here. Of course, he knows I'm doing stuff here, and he wants to go and get in. Scar, you got enough shine. You did a video already. Okay, we don't need. I'm telling you. Right? Stop it. This guy, man. I'm telling you. All right. What we got next? Okay. All right, another one, and I think that if I'm not mistaken, this is one of Vincent Crowley's favorite bands. All right, and I was thinking about. I believe he said. I think he mentioned this band. I could be wrong, but let's talk about Leonard Skinner, man. Street Survivors. All right, this album came out in '77. Again, I got lucky with this one too. It survived a nice. Longevity wherever it was sitting at, so it survived. The cover survived nicely. Okay, that's the inside, man. It's gatefold, and of course, I went and it had a little sleeve, and I gave it a plastic. I'm not gonna take it a lot because it was a little hard to put in, but Leonard Skinner, man, 1977. All right, so all these albums here, all at 50 or 50 plus. Okay, which I thought was amazing. All right. Then we're gonna go into. Let me see, which one is this one? Yep, here we go. Start off with this. Now, the granddaddy of them all, which I thought was amazing. I'm a little upset that some of these didn't really. The covers didn't stand the test of time, but I did a great job cleaning the albums. Now, this one, the Jimi Hendrix Experience. All right. This is Are You Experienced? This was, I think, the first one. And this one came out. I think it was 1967, he said. All right? And all I got to say is wow. I mean, for me to be holding a piece of history in my hands and nostalgia like Jimi Hendrix, I was just amazed, that I held. And then I'm looking it up. I'm like, yo, these things is crazy what they're asking for some of these albums. So you can see, the album is, pretty worn. I did, I cleaned it up. All right, I think I did a pretty decent job cleaning it up. Let me see. I think I did a pretty good job cleaning it up. So, so it's playable. All right, and very, very thrilled to have a piece of nostalgia like this in my collection, man. Fucking fabulous, the Jimi Hendrix Experience, right? Okay, we got two more to go over here, man. I was so thrilled, man, with some of this stuff, man. I mean, again, it comes to history and nostalgia, especially now since, I've been, collecting vinyls and stuff. It just gives you that sense of, wow, I get to hold this piece of history in my hand, especially if it's an original print. That makes it even better. Okay. Then we got here. Okay, this one was this one. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is the one I want to bring up. Okay, Jimi Hendrix 4. All right, Hendrix in the West with Hero. Yeah, West War Heroes. That's what it's called. All right, basically this was I think more of like a compilation of some sorts, and I think it has some live stuff in it. You know, I thought this was like really cool. But yeah, not bad, man. Fucking, you know, again, I think this one came out in '75. Came out in '75, and this one actually the cover survived really well. So this was a good you know, look at this. This is the inside, right? Really nice. It's the back. You know, I think I did a pretty good job of it's two vinyls. So I think I did a pretty good job saving it. You know, it's not, you know, not too bad, right? Look at that. I think I did good. I'm sure a lot of the vinyl heroes out there would be pleased with the way I went and I cleaned up these vinyls and made them playable. But yeah, this is some good stuff, man. Fucking Jimmy, you can't go wrong with Jimi Hendrix, of course. You know, the originator of, what it was like to be a fucking awesome fucking electric guitarist. All right? And then the last one that we have here. Okay? All right, we got Jimi Hendrix, Rainbow Bridge, the original motion picture soundtrack. Now, they said it wasn't really a soundtrack, so to say, but the fact that it had so many great things in it. This one came out in 71, right? And this is actually, I'm going to tell you the songs that it's got here. It's got Dolly Dagger, Earth Blues, Pally Gap, Room Full of Mirrors, the Star Spangled Banner. He does the Star Spangled Banner on here. Look Over Yonder, Hear My Train A-Comin', and Hey Baby, New Rising Sun. Again, I was fucking floored, especially this one actually is another one that survived the test of time. It's a gatefold, so it's got some nice little tidbits in here. All right, really cool stuff. And again, it was an album that I was able to survive. That I was able to to get it done and fix it and make it look nice and clean it up really nice. Well deserved. Anything that you could have with some great nostalgia like this is just awesome. Fucking awesome. But I want to thank my son Brandon. He was the one that found those albums for me, and he brought them, and we just looked through some stuff, and those are the ones that I could really gravitate to, and I was able to clean them up, and now I got me some nostalgia in my collection. So this is pretty much not totally metal. All right, if anything, this is just more of the history of a lot of these bands, especially these rock bands who were big influences on metal. And I believe these bands were were those influences. The Eagles, Leonard Skinner, Jimi Hendrix, Cream. You can't go wrong. With some good old fashioned rock that will just get your mind going and give you the influences you need. Great bands in the 70s, 60s, and 70s, and if anything, you should revisit some of them, man. You'd be surprised. Be surprised what kind of feelings you get listening to some of that old stuff. All right, but that's pretty much it, guys. Again, I want to thank everybody who watches. I want to thank everybody who's been checking out the channel, and we're gonna be looking forward to some more stuff. We got some things in the works. We're gonna have some more roundtables and interviews coming up. Just be on the lookout. And again, congratulations to Fomorian Productions for being live with their website. Make sure you guys go on there, buy some stuff from them, man. You'll get a free sampler. All right, that's pretty much it, guys. This is Barry, That Goat Metal Show. Stay brutal.